If Lewis was going to rape her, she'd rather die than suffer and be humiliated that way. So what? How dare a second-hand good like you act innocent? Take off your clothes right now, Lewis shouted. No. Gritting her teeth, Dahlia ignored her weak body and staggered to the door. Do you think you can escape? With a sneer, the man ran after her. Just as Dahlia was about to reach the lift, he sped up and made a lunge for her, dragging her to the floor. He immediately began to tug at her clothes. Just then, the lift doors opened with a ding. The two of them lifted their heads and froze when they saw Dustin emerging from the lift with a dark face. What are you two doing? Dustin seethed, a murderous air surrounding him. He realized that something was wrong when he heard Dahlia's earlier reply, so he quickly told someone to track her car, and this was the first thing he saw. So, it's you. Lewis leisurely pulled himself to his feet and lifted his pants, grinning tauntingly. Are you here to peek at me and my girlfriend making love? Girlfriend? Dustin frowned and stared at Dahlia. What is going on? It's not what you think it is. Dahlia frantically shook her head, but she didn't know how to explain this to him. Why are you hiding this from him, Dahlia? Weren't you drinking with me so that we could do this? Since he's caught us, we might as well let him know. Lewis smiled. Dahlia Nicholson, is this what you meant when you said you were meeting a client? Dustin's face had contorted with rage. He thought that she was in trouble, but it turned out that she was on a date. Dahlia was at a loss for what to say. It was true that she had lied to him, but it was only because she didn't want him to misunderstand. However, things had still turned out this way. Nothing to say. Dustin sneered at himself. So, you've been lying to me this entire time? No. I didn't mean to. Dahlia's eyes were red. Then what? Dustin's expression contorted with agony. You promised to have dinner with me, yet you abandoned me to visit someone else in a hotel room. Are you still going to tell me you weren't lying to me? I'm sorry, Dustin. I'm sorry. I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't think things would turn out this way. Right. You didn't expect me to ruin your fun, or you could have continued treating me like a fool. Dustin shook his head and sneered. I was an idiot to think that you changed and even tried to accept you. It took me so long to realize that you've been toying with me this entire time. I don't get it. What did I ever do to you? Why would you do something like this to get even with me? Why won't you let me go even though we're divorced? Was it fun toying with my emotions? Will you never stop until you've completely humiliated me? Listen to me, Dustin. I really like you. I never wanted to hurt you. Please believe me, Dahlia sobbed. You like me? Then what about him? Dustin pointed at Lewis. I saw everything just now. Did you think that I'm blind? No. That was a misunderstanding. Dahlia bit her lip. A misunderstanding? Are you telling me that he was about to rape you? Dustin's face darkened instantly. If you say yes, I'll make sure to get rid of him. Hearing that, Dahlia immediately fell silent. She wanted to admit everything, but she couldn't. Lewis was not someone she could cross, and definitely not someone Dustin could cross. Things would become disastrous should Dustin try to harm Lewis. After all, the Stonia Langfords were not someone they could win against.